A lot of men want to have money, fame, and wealth. Of course, being broke is not fun, and catching the bus like I did in the 90s and 2000s wasn't an illustrious time myself. Look, my homeboy used to drive by, put me on camera, post me on Facebook, struggling, looking dusty, looking broke. It's not a problem because I make more money than him now. I'm looking at you, Gerani. But anyways, that's where we're at, right? And let's assume you start working, you start doing very well for yourself. And we know as a man, it takes a long time to kind of build yourself up. A lot of years you're putting in, a lot of connections you're putting in, figuring out how the industry work, building systems for yourself. Now, at the same time, the women that you're chasing, then they don't want nothing to do with you, especially if you ugly like you guys are, right? Broke, ugly, breath stinking. A trifecta, pick a struggle. All of those things are y'all, but you make it. Give yourself a round of applause. Celebration music. You made it, man. I mean, real, like you got it all popping. You doing everything, nice car. You done moved out your mama house finally. Now you into a nice neighborhood. I mean, you're going overseas. Man, you the guy on the block, bro. You're who we always wanted to be. And guess what else changed? The women that you can get. Now, see, here's the good part and the bad part. You see those girls that you wanted that was real sexy and real beautiful and all that? The ones that wouldn't give you the time of day? They wouldn't talk to you back then. And guess what? You still look the same. You not no more cuter than what you was. I mean, so they don't like you because you're good looks, right? You still ugly. But the whole point is now you got something popping. And here come ladies looking at you, not for who you are, but as an opportunity. And most likely it's because that's what you show. If you're a guy, you got a nice car, if you got a nice house, you take your nice trips, you have an opulent lifestyle, you're free with your money, ladies gonna try you. They gonna come with sad music. Oh my God, I need some help. Yes, I need like $500 for gas money. I need like $1,000 for sandals. I need $2,000 for weaves. And if you pay for that, I'll let you. Boy, the clapping sales. Then you, cause you're dumb, you're gonna give it to him until you get tired of that. I have a best friend that's a dentist. He went to Meharry, medical school. I don't really talk to him as much, but we like best friends, right? So whenever I talk to the guy, we always on, right? He told me something before. He was like, man, I got tired of spending money on women. It just got bored. And even though I have the money, I just don't feel like I need to give it to him, and I'm actually tired of it. It's a turnoff. And you think that, well, man, when you make a lot of money, it doesn't matter, right? It ain't triggering if you got it. But let's look at 50 Cent. 50 Cent has more money than like everybody, at least that I know. 50 Cent is very talented entrepreneur. He's switched. I'm talking about switch, right? Like he was a rapper. Now he's doing film, TV shows. I mean, the guy keeps reinventing himself. And as you know, he's in his 50s now, but he's dating younger women. But the more money that 50 Cent makes, you know what he doesn't like? Drum roll, please. He doesn't like women ask him for money. Now, let me just say this. A lot of us, if we get to six figures in a year, we ready to spend 80,000 of it on a woman, man, just to show that we care and that she can care about us, just to get, anything popping, right? And I want to play this clip from the Repat podcast, my podcast, where we were talking about the normal guy, and then I'm going to come back.
You have a couple of schools of thought, and I give credit or I give credence to both of them. Mm-hmm. On one hand, you have the group of men where it's just like, it ain't tricking if you got it.
Right? Come on.
Mm-hmm. It ain't tricking if you got it. If I'm that rich,
yeah,
that's spending thousands of dollars on making a woman smile is convenient to me. By all means, let me do so. Right? There's another school of thought that men feel as though spending money on a woman for the sole purpose of unlocking her ability to look at you as an object of her affection, right, makes your relationship transactional, right? Right? And therefore, to put it plainly, I'm no longer just doing things out of the niceness out of my heart. I'm purchasing pussy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't edit that out either. We're gonna keep
You know
it real.
what I mean? I want to take it to both extremes, right?
Yes.
Okay. There are men who have just such fat bank balances that doing this is a part of their natural everyday behavior.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. There are men who are on the other side who kind of, for some reason or another, don't have an inclination to try and make a sales pitch. They don't have the game to lay it down flat.
Come on.
And convince somebody to give it up for free.
Come on, build it up, brother.
So I'm like,
that's why you get the big bucks on the podcast.
Let me just expedite my route to the finish line.
Okay.
And just say, listen here, what is it that I need to give you in order to be able to get what I want? And therefore, we're both happy.
Right.
Like, there's nothing wrong with either look.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with either perspective. To each his own.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Brother Agaba, right? And make sure you check out the Repad podcast on my Kingana channel. First comment to the top, subscribe, hit the bell. And he summed it up pretty good. Most guys are looking to spend money just to get to a woman's situation, just so she can open up your doors to say that she likes you. But 50 Cent is like, nah, I got way more money than I do before. And I get defensive when a woman is asking me for things. Because, like, do you think I'm a sucker? No, if I'm going to do these things, I'm going to do it for you because I want to. But when you start demanding my money, no, you need to get your ass up out of here. And that's one thing that I like about 50 Cent. And that's one thing that I like about a lot of the brothers is the more money that you make, you'd be surprised how many women will still deal with you because you're not going broke over them. Number one, like, you don't owe anybody anything. That's the one thing as a man. Like, people try to pressure you into getting money from you. People try to pressure you into that. But if they're asking you for money, it's clear that they don't respect you. Because if they respected you, they would give you value for whatever they're asking for, or they would try to prove value. But they don't, because they expect that you have the money. So because you have the money, you should give it to them. And it's not only women that do that. It's also family, or also men. Everybody in your family will do that, feeling like, they need to give them money for nothing. Like, why? It don't even make any damn sense. Why do I need to give you my money when you haven't helped me? And you're a woman. Like, I'm 50 Cent, right? You should be lucky to be even around me, because the knowledge and the game that I have is worth way more money than what I can give you. Why do you owe, or why do I owe you anything? And here's the situation, man. Women really respect that. Like, just giving women money because they look good, man.
Stupid.
What happens when I notice when you do that with people? They typically waste the money. They typically don't do anything with it, and they don't value it. And what do you find out? They go out and deal with guys who won't give them anything, and they'll go out and deal with guys who will make them respect them while they spend guys money who don't give them nothing. And it's true. Don't ask me for stuff. Especially, I can see if you don't have a job. But if you don't have a job, like, why am I dealing with you in the first place for the most part? But if if you're a woman and you can earn income, just because I'm rich don't mean anything. You need to show your value to me as a man. And I think that if guys who worked hard for their money, you would weed a lot of ladies out. Because look at all these ladies that IG models these guys are just giving their money to, giving their time to, not getting any value for money. And that is sickening. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. And men need to stop doing that. Stop giving chicks your money who didn't work for it. You're the ones that slaved for it. She wasn't there when you was working every night to be who you are. She wasn't there when you was busting yourself, and she wouldn't have been there because you was broke then, right? She wouldn't have talked to you. Now at the finish line, here she is demanding you for money, and she ain't doing nothing for you. Like, hey, you got to be somebody to deal with me. And until you guys do that, you're always going to have problems. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. I'm out.